Every time you turn around, it's something. It feels like you can't keep or hold on to your money. And as soon as you get that shit, it's gone. Somebody is constantly asking you for something, or somehow some big unexpected expense always comes up and you have to spend it. Why can't you hold on to your fucking money? Today, we are looking at what's not working with your money and what steps to take to shift your energy and correct it. Hey, loves. All right. So, immediately there's this energy of feeling like you get the money, and as soon as you get it, it's gone. Like, it's as fast as you get it, you lose it, or as fast as it's coming in, it's leaving. Right? It feels like it's always something coming up to where it's difficult, or it feels difficult lately for you to hold on to your money, or at least be able to enjoy it longer than what you're able to right now. And the reason that's happening is because there is a lack of intention. And I know you're like, whoa, wait. Stick with me, hold up before you get defensive, okay? There's a lack of intention in how you are circulating your money and how you are thinking about your money as well when you're circulating it. So the very first thing here, you don't spend money, you circulate money, okay? When you circulate money, it comes back to you. When you spend it, it leaves and doesn't come back. So right now, the way that you're thinking about money in terms of how you identify with it and your relationship to it needs reconsideration. To be quite blunt here, okay? The way that you're spending your money or using your money as a tool, because it's just a tool. It's a tool and a resource to help support your lifestyle, your way of being, your well-being, okay? The way that you are utilizing it as a tool right now, you're using it as a tool to spend, to export energy, but no energy is coming in, right? So you're just pushing it out, and you're not giving it a way to loop back and circulate back to you. You're just spending it, not being intentional about how the circulation of it is going to support you. So for example, everybody has some type of streaming service subscription, right? To spend money in that situation is just, oh, I'm gonna spend it because I want to watch this show this one time, whatever, and then I'll cancel it. Like, you're not giving it space, time, opportunity, or a platform, if you will, to circulate back to you and add value to your life. So whereas the focus in the spending scenario of money is simply focused on the immediate gratification and the immediate, what we call microwave society type situation of having it now, having whatever the thing is now without consideration for its impact long term, is what's biting you in the ass right now, okay? And it's funny because it's a very simple shift in order to put you into the bear with me, I'm trying to articulate the energy into word form. And the energy is very anxious and like sporadic right now because it's antsy. It's just, it wants to move, go. But that's what's, again, fucking up the rotation with your money. That's what's not working in your money right now, with your money right now. You are in a portal and in a space, because we've got Portal Hill, access to the infinite, okay? Again, circulating your money. The shift is very simple. It shift from spending to circulating. So being intentional about where your money is going and how it's impacting and supporting your state of being, the state of being that you want to maintain. This takes us to energetic self-care. This is why I don't teach regular self-care, because self-care is not candles and a bath or whatever products on the shelf you can go and buy. Self-care are the actions that you take to maintain a specific state of being, and that state of being is self-love, okay? Self-love is the state of being you wish to maintain. So when you're practicing self-love and you're practicing self-care, they go hand in hand. So energetic self-care is understanding what specific actions, behaviors, etc. are in alignment with your specific energy and energetic flow, and what your specific energy requires to maintain whatever state of being it is you are trying to be in, manifest yourself in, etc. Okay, so in this particular case, the state of being you're trying to maintain is financial stability, financial security, financial freedom of choice. Okay, so the shift that needs to occur is with spending versus circulating. So to circulate your money instead of spending it, you just need to be intentional about the value that the purchase that you're making, or the investment that you are making, is adding to your life. So going back to our scenario of whatever streaming service, right? Netflix, Hulu, Disney, whatever, it don't matter. Okay, how is that investment contributing to your well-being, your state of being that you want to be in, your financial security, your financial stability, right? It's not about whether or not the expense is quote unquote frivolous. It's about what the expense allows you to do, how it allows you to maintain whatever state of being. And again, in this case, financial stability, financial security, financial freedom of choice. Okay, because that's why you want financial freedom, so you can have the choice, or be able to make whatever decisions will allow you to maintain your sense of freedom. Okay, so when we look at the actual problem, okay, beyond circulating versus spending, it's a matter of the identity that you're trying to hold. And what I'm being shown here is like, you know how you hold a doll and pull both sides of the doll, or both arms of the doll, and eventually it splits in two. It's like your energy is being pulled like that, or like those Chinese puzzle things where you stick your fingers in, and when you try to pull them out, you can't. Like it's hard to pull them out. It's a special trick to it. That's what I see your energy doing, or what's happening in your energy right now. And it's simply because there is a specific identity that you feel like you have to uphold. It's like you're chasing a specific lifestyle that doesn't align with who you actually are, and it's fucking up your money. It's goes way beyond trying to keep up with the Joneses, or however that saying goes. It's more so about, okay, I have to keep up appearances, but the appearances that you're trying to keep up don't match your true self, like the things that you value, the things that serve or provide meaning to you, your morals, your values, etc. Like what you're spending your money on doesn't align with that. Just plain and simple. Okay, so there is this misguided sense of awareness and sense of self and sense of false safety that you have created this, or that you are creating this financial structure to support you, but it's not. You may have all the things, but all the things are not actually supportive or conducive to your well-being, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And then additionally, on top of that, your ability to manifest money and keep it in circulation, okay, and keep it flowing abundantly, overflowing for you. Like what you're building now is not supportive or conducive to that at all, like at all. Okay, and so the energetic block here, what's blocked, the emotional and abundant energetic block here is, again, you see how that this is at, wow, you see how that image is showing the two beings with a moth, which often is in reference, just like the butterfly, to metamorphosis. Okay, and so it's like you're being pulled in two different directions, and now because you can no longer hide it, or can no longer ignore the sense of awareness and the sensation that something is off, something doesn't align, it's literally pulling you in two different directions. And because the energy is divided and scattered, it's harder for you to maintain and sustain financial stability, financial security, financial freedom to choose. Okay, Let's see. Then we've got meditation, contemplation, peace, and communication. Okay. So the shift that is required is for you to really take a moment, take a beat on your spending, take a beat on hanging out and doing all the things and participating in this and spending money here and there and everywhere, and really start to ask yourself and contemplate on what it is that you actually desire and value in your life, and what state of being it is. Like, you need to get clear on what state of being it is you actually want to maintain for yourself in relation to money, right? So what do you actually require to be financially stable, to feel financially free to choose, to feel financially secure? Like, what do you actually need to feel that way and to have that particular state of being, that sense of self and that connection and relationship to money? Okay. All right, let's see. We have any other. Oh, so we got a card that's already flipped out. So yeah, we've got creation. And it's so funny, this card came out with portal. Okay. Right here with portal. And then we also have dreaming, curious messages, endless possibilities. Yes, so this is a clear case of not being aligned with the truth of what it is that you value and what you actually need. So whereas one of your friends or family members may need, I don't know, a SUV, right? You may not need a SUV. You might need a pickup truck, or you might need a, I don't know, a hybrid sedan to be able to do and travel how you want to travel. Like, you might need a car that has extra trunk space, where they may need extra seating on the inside. Like, it just depends on what matters most for you and what's going to best support your lifestyle, your way of being, and how you actually want to live, what makes you feel secure, supported, and mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially well. Okay. All right, let's dive into some tarot here and take a look at how you get to this point. So how you make this shift once you have figured out what it is that you specifically require to feel and be financially secure, financially stable, financially free to choose. Like, how do you actually take the action and initiate the action necessary to shift, right? Because it's not enough for you to know the information and know what to do. You got to actually be able to do it. So let's take a look and see what your specific energy needs to get focused in flow. Okay. All right. So up first, we've got the Knight of Wands. Okay. So off rip, this is, I'm hearing it's going to be much easier than you realize and than you would assume. Okay. But what Spirit is saying here, when you talk about the wands of being a suit of action, is also a suit of passion. And so you need to make sure that you are not taking blind action and operating from a sense of, again, trying to keep up with what everybody else is doing, having, etc. Like, this is literally something you're going to have to take a beat and take a moment to get still and pinpoint what it is that you value and care about most in terms of what you specifically need to feel safe, sane, and secure with money, with the value that money affords you in your life and the stability that money affords you in your life. Okay. And so next we have Temperance. Okay. And so it's interesting that that is the specific action that you're being asked to take. So when we talk about the Knight of Wands and then followed by Patience, it's to me it's coming through as kind of a conundrum, because the wands, it's not as swift movement as swords, but the wands are all about the fire and the transformation that fire brings behind passion and the action taking in and of itself. Like it's so funny because you had that metamorphosis we were talking about before, right? But what Spirit is saying here is that the fastest way for you to make this shift and the fastest way for you to go through this portal is to slow down, not speed up. Right now you've been go, 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 speed, speed, speed. Let's keep up. Let's not get left behind. But when you are focused on your own financial security, financial well-being, financial freedom to choose, there is a certain amount of patience, one, that you have to have, because we've got temperance. There's a certain amount of patience that you have to have in order to slow down so you can see the full picture. You slowing down is not to keep you from having or to keep you from experiencing. It's to allow you the opportunity to see the full picture of what value this is going to bring to you in terms of whatever it is that you are circulating money and investing money in to sustain your life, your well-being, your financial security, financial stability, okay? So Spirit is saying that the agenda here, the way that you're going to make this shift, is to start to slow down more and start to become more curious about the impact that circulating the money or investing the money in the thing is going to add to your life or give you or bring you or create for you. It's kind of like when you have people who suddenly come into all this money and they go back to their old neighborhoods and they start investing in different community centers and things of that nature. It's not just to have their name on a building, it's to circulate wealth within the community. Wealth and abundance come in different forms, in many different forms. It's not just paper money. Okay, and so you have to start questioning and looking at and asking, what wealth is this creating long term, and how is this benefiting me through the community or the community through me? Because we're all connected. Okay. All right, next we've got the King of Wands. So not only did you have the Knight of Wands come out, you had the King of Wands come out here. Okay, so your very first step is going to be getting clear on the vision. Like Spirit is really, really, really driving this home. The King of Wands is somebody that has the vision, knows what the plan is and what needs to happen, and they just delegate out for everybody else to do it. So they know where to invest their attention, their energy, and their resources. And in this case, the resource is literally your money. So Spirit is saying your very first step to slowing down is going to be for you to get clear on what it is that you want to create for yourself. What does your financial paradise look like for you? What does being financially secure, financially stable, financially supported, and safe and free to choose look like for you? What do you need in place? What do you need to support your mindset, your money mindset? What do you need to support your emotions around money, how you connect to and feel into your flow for money? Like, what do you need for those things? Okay. Then we have the Page of Swords. And so this is very interesting here because your next step here. So I'm trying to make sure we're still recording. I'm trying to get this in before the battery dies on my phone. So bear with me. If it cuts out, I'll come back, no worries. But your next step here with the Page of Swords is really to look at your spending habits to see where you can develop more supportive habits for circulating and investing. So when we talk about the Page of Swords, it's a message of it's a message of some kind coming in. But in the terms of in the terms of what's going wrong with your finances or your money and trying to correct that, you've got to look at what your spending habits. Number one, you've got to look at the things that you've been valuing and where you've actually been spending money and how it's actually contributed. Like, you essentially got to take stock. Okay. Another energy present here is of you being watched in terms of, so there is this, and this is really odd, but not really. There's this energy of not envy, but somebody is essentially keeping an eye on you to see what you do and see how you respond to different pressures and different expectations that are expressed or communicated between you and this other individual. I'm seeing like you and someone else sitting at like a round coffee table at some type of restaurant or lounge or a coffee spot or something like that, and conversations and stuff like that being had. And from your perspective, this is just, you know, hanging out and, you know, shooting the shit, whatever, with an associate or a friend or what have you. But from the other person's perspective, the energy is them trying to peer into your life and your finances to see what all you've got going on. So essentially they're a monitoring spirit. So spirit is saying to be mindful of that. It's not necessarily detrimental to your well-being, but in the long run it could be, because again, it's that silent or secret competition that you don't even know is happening, and that in and of itself can be a distraction. It's not what we want. Okay, so be mindful of that. So be mindful of that, and also again, pay attention to where you've previously been spending your money, and switch it to circulating. This is also spirit saying to be mindful of the attention and energy that you are spending instead of circulating with other people, because again, money is just energy, but it goes beyond just physical paper money and the meaning that we've given to it. It also includes your actual attention and energy, where you're giving people access to you when they shouldn't have access to you. Okay, so you have to be intentional about that as well. Your next step, look at there. Now you got the Ace of Swords, okay? The Ace of Daggers in this particular deck. But this is uncanny. Like this is wild, okay? Try to make sure that's in frame for you. But with the Ace of Swords coming out here, your third course of action to make this shift is to trust your own clarity and understand that your truth doesn't have to match somebody else's truth for what they see is needed in their world, their reality, their version of financial security, stability, and freedom to choose. Okay? Spirit is saying to focus on what is true for you and to trust the clarity that you have the first time. So your intuition that you have the first time about this individual we just talked about, but also in terms of where you want to shift things to be. Like, you're not obligated to stay in this space or in this old portal, if you will, of spending for the sake of keeping up. You're allowed to slow down. You're allowed to question shit, and you're allowed to shift and change and remove whatever the fuck is not working for you. Okay, so now we get into your strategy and authority here. This is a particular spread that I created to help you better understand how to make decisions according to your energy. And one of the fun things that I like to do is tap into it using tarot. In the actual reading that I do called Focused and Flow, we do a laser focus on your specific problem that you come to me with, and we look at how to get you unstuck using your actual energetic blueprint, so your human design and your astrology chart and things of that nature. So if that's something you're interested in beyond this particular reading, and you want me to look specifically at your unique situation to help you navigate this and get you a customized action plan, then you can book a Focus and Flow reading using the link in the description box below. Okay, but I progress. So within this reading, I like to look at your strategy and authority to see what decision-making process is going to best benefit you, especially since this is a collective reading. Again, if you want a personalized reading, book a Focus and Flow reading using the link in the description box below. But we've got the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Of all the cards you could have had pulled for you, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and this deck is called the Sovereign of Globes, okay? But we've got the Queen of Pentacles, And then we've got the sun. Like, are you shitting me right now? Are you shitting me right now? The sun? Bruh. So when it comes to your decision-making process, your authority is going to be your specific process for how you make decisions, and then your strategy is going to be how you communicate it once you have the decision made. Okay, that's just human design 101. If you're interested to learn more about human design, how your strategy and authority and all of that works, you can check out the What the Fuck is Human Design playlist that I have available for you on the homepage of my YouTube. Okay, here on my YouTube. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and link it for you in the description box as well for your convenience. You're welcome. Okay. But your decision-making process for this particular reading here. So with the Sun and the Queen of Pentacles coming out, your process is going to be on focusing on what's positive and true for you. We talked about that earlier with the Ace of Swords. I want to say Pentacles. The Ace of Swords coming out here for you. But the Queen of Pentacles is this, I always call it this Beyonce money. That's Beyonce energy all day, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles is really this confident, resourced type woman, but it's simplistic money, simplistic resources in terms of not overcomplicating things and just focusing on what it is specifically that you need, specifically what's benefiting you, specifically what's contributing to your long-term success. Don't know why that's a mouthful right now, but the Queen of Pentacles, she is just this she's very resourced, much like the King of Pentacles, but hers is very simplistic in nature. Like, she doesn't overexert, she doesn't overwork, she doesn't overextend. It's simply just what is and what's necessary. Now, she do indulge. Don't get it twisted now. Baby girl does enjoy herself, okay? But if you pay attention to the way that Beyonce shows up from a financial standpoint, right? She's very intentional and meticulous and strategic about how she's circulating her money to accomplish different things. And that's what Spirit is saying to do with your decision making in this process. So take the time to actually iron out what it is going to support you, and then strategically make those decisions, strategically and intentionally implement those decisions. And this is going to be a lot of simplifying and basically that concept of being a minimalist, right? It's not that you are downsizing, to get rid of stuff, but you're downsizing to be intentional about what it is that you need, making sure that no space is wasted, right? And making sure that no investment, excuse me, let me back up, making sure that all of your investments make sense financially for you, okay? Now, something else that I love to do, oh yeah, that's funny. So we got the Four of Cups here, okay? Something else that I love to do is include an element of self-love. Now, we talked about this before, but self-love is your state of being. Having this information, having this guidance on how to proceed and what next steps to take means nothing if you can't sustain it. And understanding what it is that you need to sustain this energy, to sustain this shift and walk through this portal is vital to your success. And so with the Four of Cups coming in here, this is, in order for you to maintain and sustain this, you're going to have to unapologetically and without bounds, right, reject what it is that you no longer want, and reject what it is that you realize you never wanted in the first place. Okay, the Four of Cups energy, it can manifest in a couple different ways, but usually when I see this card, it's either disinterest or rejection, okay? So, or regret, okay? But Spirit is saying what initially comes up as fear surrounding regret. So fear of regretting getting rid of X, Y, and Z, or no longer investing in A, B, and C. Spirit is saying that that is not something that you have to worry about, because again, you're making your decisions based off of what is intentionally and strategically going to best support you and help you circulate the wealth back to yourself, so that it's not a one-stop shop and done type thing, and then you no longer have access. Okay, what you're doing is focusing your energy and attention on releasing and letting go the things that are not serving you. Okay, and being unapologetic in your disinterest in them, and letting that be enough. Allowing yourself to be in a space where it doesn't matter if other people agree or don't agree. This is just what the fuck it is. It's okay for you to change your mind. It's okay for you to no longer want this, even if you just bought the shit yesterday, even if you just agreed to purchase it or do it or share it or whatever yesterday, or meet up yesterday. Because remember, your other piece here to the puzzle is being intentional and strategic about who you're giving access to you, who you're giving your attention, your time, and your energy to, as well as your money. Because people be asking for money too. But here again, money is just energy. So again, Spirit is saying you need to take stock of all of that. Okay? And that's what's going to help you fix your money. That's what's going to help you fix your money. That's what's going to help get your money back on track and help you retain more of it and circulate more of it and have more of it coming back to you. Okay? Let's see what we got here. Look at that. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Okay? So that is how you are going to progress. That is how you are going to make this shift and see the change that you are wanting. Okay? And look at there. 9 of Wands. Because I just put the date, so I'm going to grab another one. Hopefully I can squeeze it in for the battery die. But 9 of Wands. Okay? That Spirit is saying to hold your ground and to be unrelenting with this process. Be unrelenting with how you are about to shift and change the game. Okay? Period. All right, let's get 1 or 2 more oracle cards. Okay, so we got Ethereal Vision with Azurite, and we've got Innocence with Rhodochrosite. Okay, so immediately here, there is a particular naivete, if you will, in how you got to where you are now, in terms of being in this space of, you know, for whatever reason, money not for whatever reason, we just uncovered the reason, but for money not circulating as you are. This isn't something that you necessarily did to yourself consciously. It's just how you've been taught to view the world and how you were taught to handle and perceive money. Especially in this society, we're taught to perceive and utilize money as a tool to always stay ahead and be ahead of everybody else, versus being intentional about how we need to be supported and how our communities need to be supported, so that the communities can support us, so that we can support the community. It's a give and take. It's an energetic exchange. Nobody teaches us or talks to us about the energetic exchange of money outside of product and itemized accumulation. But this is a spiritual experience of energetic exchange, not a material one. Okay? All right, my love, I think we are going to end the reading here. This has been a phenomenal pleasure. Again, if you want to focus and flow reading, you can always click the link in the description box below, and I'll be more than happy to help you get unstuck and actually map out what to do in your specific situation and look at your energetic cosmic blueprint to map out how you are energetically wired to receive money and allow it to circulate and flow and accumulate your own material resources. Okay, if you are somebody who is like, okay, I've been trying to manifest and feeling stuck and don't know where the hell your abundance at and why it's not manifesting for you, then the energy reading for abundance would be the offer for you. Okay, and the link for that is in the description box below as well. All right, my love, I will see you in the next video. It's been a phenomenal pleasure. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you enjoyed this, and share this with a friend. Okay, it's always a pleasure to have you, and I will see you later. Bye.